And we'll have to leave it here again. May he still continue to rest in peace. Right. Now, let's head straight to our conversation. The leadership of the Mwaghavul Development Association have reacted to the latest killing of 4 persons in the early hours of Monday, August the 7th, in a village 3 kilometers from Mangu township. The association says it is displeased with the repeated attacks on their people and failure of security agencies to protect the defenseless Mangu people. They say they are gradually losing confidence in the ability of the soldiers to sincerely protect them. They complain that if something is not done to urgently end the attacks on Mangu community and its neighbors, the humanitarian crisis, which is already building up, could get worse. Also on Monday, women enraged by the constant disruptions to the peace and stability of the communities around Mangu Plateau State staged a protest following the latest killings. Amidst crying and wailing by the distressed protesters, the bodies of the latest victims were taken to the palace of the paramount ruler. Well, a really sad one there from the videos you are seeing on screen. Well, joining us to look into this matter critically via Zoom is from Jos, a security expert, a conflict mediator, and peace advocate, Melvin Ejem. Melvin, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, TVC. Good morning for having me.
Now, we have seen from the protests and the details we're getting out of Jos, particularly out of Plateau State, particularly the Mangu community, that the women and perhaps everyone there are not satisfied with the performance of security operatives with regards to addressing this matter. And it seems like there is no trust between the people for the police to deliver on what it came to do, ensuring peace and stability in that community. Why is that? That's the question, because we saw the women protesting, saying that they do not want security operatives in that community and that they were going to handle things themselves, so to speak. And now we are getting also this update saying that the security operatives have not been proactive at addressing this matter. What really is going on?
Thank you very much. Let me first condole with the families that have lost their life and the people and the government and people of Plateau State. Let me condole with them over this unfortunate attack again. Losing confidence on the security agency is normal and is expected because that's what people will do when there is an attack like this. However, my point is very clear that we can't continue to go on like this. We really can't continue moving on in this cycle forever. We must continue to trust our security agencies so that they can carry out their work. Let me give you an example. The response time the security agencies have now, particularly Operation Safe Haven, have never been this good. That incident that happened that night was as a result of a calculated assassination attack in Chalia's village, where this suspected herdsmen came to a village and had down a family of 4. And the STF responded within 15, 20 minutes. What else could they have done? In a normal circumstance, what else could they have done? The response within that time was sufficient enough, that time was professional enough, and that time was actually adequate enough. They responded. But as you all know, these bandits won't wait. They have an agenda. They plan without the consent of the STF. Sometimes they break intelligence by planning because you can't even get intelligence where they plan. They just plan swiftly, come to a location, attack and move back. So it's not always possible to get them on the spot. But this STF, under the command of Major General Abusalah Abubakar, has killed these bandits, several of them, since he has home office. What else could they have done? Why losing confidence in the security agency instead of working closely with them? For me, what I expect from the community is to continue to work with security agencies, continue to share intelligence with them, continue to open their mind to allow these people to work. They are not magicians, and they won't really do magic in that location. I sympathize with families that have lost their life. I sympathize with one of the protesters that died. But we honestly can't continue like this. We must continue to trust our security agencies to enable them to do their work.
All right. So we had a press release. We have a press release by the Mwaghavul Development Association on the latest attacks that occurred on Sunday. And they too also share the sentiments of these protesting women who say they don't want the army, they don't want the soldiers anymore in their domains. On the basis of them, according to, the protesters, not knowing the terrains of, the area of Mangu and the neighboring towns. And what do you make of this? Because now they are saying they prefer policemen. And then again, what do you know, or what can you tell us about partnership between the army and, sister agencies that could help in its work?
I was very frank with, for a very long while now, the partnership between the army, the police, the DSS, and civil defense have been very cordial. They have been doing a lot of work together, and we're seeing results in that regard. For the women who protested, it's very unfortunate. That some of them may have been used or are being used to carry out this campaign. If you take out the STF from Plateau, I'm assuring you, Plateau will become a bloody place. The STF is really doing a lot, even though some people have refused to say this fact for several reasons, maybe that is best known to them. But if you take STF out of Plateau State, you are never going to have a peaceful Plateau. That is not the problem. The problem is to solve the fundamental issue. This fundamental issue, like I've always maintained, is criminality. Until we solve this issue of criminality, we'll continue to go on in this cycle. Telling STF to leave, I don't think that is the wise decision. It's just a decision out of emotion. It's an instigated decision. It's a decision that I feel is coming out from some voters who felt that the STF overstayed, though they may have their bad eggs, because in every given society, there are bad eggs. Even in the churches and mosques, there are bad eggs. So I don't expect that the STF will be meant with sense. Or just like the police have their bad eggs, just like the DSS have their bad eggs, just like the civil defense have their bad eggs, the STF also have their bad eggs. But you cannot generalize the activities of the STF as not doing well. The STF are doing well. They have done so well in stabilizing peace in Plateau State and other parts of the country where they are doing. We're not just waiting for this military. We work closely with them. And the community also know these facts. But I don't understand why it is this round of campaign, day in, day out, remove soldiers, remove this, remove that. I don't think that's the best thing to do. These criminals live within our society. We must begin to expose them, allow security to do their work. Like I maintained earlier, the STF and every other security agencies are not magicians. They work together with the police. They work together with the civil defense. They work together. If you bring the Nigerian police, they're not going to do magic. If you bring the DSS alone, they're not going to do magic. If you bring civil defense, they're not going to do magic. They are still going to rely on the intelligence to work. So why don't we work together with these people, share intelligence with them to enable them to do their work? It's not about removing them. Removing them will do us more harm than do us good in Mangu and the environment. Now, there are kind of attack that these marauders coming, that it takes the STF and their superior power to face. We have to face this fact. We have to face this fact. Even though some people have refused to believe this fact, but it doesn't matter. The facts are there to speak for themselves. They are there on the ground. If you go to Mangu, most of the entrance point of these marauders have been blocked. What you have now in Mangu local government is an isolated criminal attack. Very, very isolated criminal attack. And with little time from now, this attack will become a thing of the past.